Brachypelma boehmei is a tarantula native to Mexico in Guerrero state. These tarantulas prefer semi-humid climates and are obligate terrestrial burrowers. As with all closely related tarantula species, they defend themselves with urticating hair when provoked. They are not the easiest species to keep in captivity, and should be only considered as pets once comfortable with keeping several other species. The Mexican fireleg resembles its better-known relative, the Mexican redknee tarantula, in its dramatic orange and black coloration, though the adults of the species range from 5 to 6 inches in size. This species of tarantula has a slower growth rate than many of the larger South American tarantula species. The black femora provide a dark dividing band between the rich orange color of the carapace and lower legs. Unlike the orange joints of Brachypelma smithi, the legs of this species are a bright, fiery red on the patellae, fading gradually to a paler orange further down and tipped by black tarsi. Although not particularly defensive, this species of spider can have a nervous temperament, where the spider can flick urticating hairs when it feels threatened. The Mexican fireleg tarantula is native to Mexico, where it is found along the central Pacific coast and western Guerrero state, where it prefers dry scrubland, and is found in burrows, either self-made or abandoned rodent or lizard burrows, usually under rocks or fallen logs. Tarantulas of this genus are long-lived, with males reaching maturity at 7 to 8 years, females at 9 to 10, while males only live up to a year after their final molt. Females may live for a further 10 years. Subadults and adults molt at the end of the dry season, after which males begin a search for mating females. The mating time spent gravid and the egg sac is laid after the female molts. If the female molts prior to laying the sac, the eggs and sperm are lost with the molt. If the egg sac is successful, it will generally hatch 3 to 4 weeks before the rainy season begins. Mexican fireleg tarantulas tend to be active after dark, but can also be active during daylight, particularly in the morning and evening. As with other Brachypelma species from the west coast of Mexico, this species makes a popular pet due to its docility and vivid colors, leading to its over-collection from the wild. The illegal pet trade, together with the ongoing destruction of natural habitat and its high mortality rate before sexual maturity, causes considerable concern for the future of this tarantula. To regulate its commercial trade across borders, this species has been listed on Appendix 2 of the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. In Mexico, permits are required to collect or remove any spider of the family of tarantulas, Theraphosidae, and the Mexican fireleg tarantula is now frequently bred in captivity, reducing the need to collect it from the wild. In captivity, adult Brachypelma boehmei usually feed on crickets, super mealworms, and ubiroaches. Spiderlings will usually feed on pre-killed mealworms, pinhead crickets, baby ubiroaches, wingless fruit flies, and any other small insects which are not defensive. When keeping tarantulas as a hobby, note that Brachypelma boehmei and many other tarantulas are endangered species and only captive-bred tarantulas, rather than wild-caught ones, should be kept. This video incorporates text from the archive fact file Mexican rustling tarantula under the Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike 3.0 Unported license, and the GFDL